Hey, this week we're going to work on wheel and forearm wheel. Let's go. Okay, so we worked in the first week on LSIT, core and upper body strength. Second week was upper spine stretching. And now we're going to get those two things together. We're going to work on a shoulder chest push, but with upper spine opening, right? So that's going to be wheel. We're going to start easy though with half wheel just to warm up. Be sure you have two blocks ready at the wall. They should be shoulder width apart, somewhat touching the wall, right? And for the first position, we're just not going to use them. We're just going to go feet hip width apart, lay down on your back, and get your butt really close to your heels, not touching, but close. And you're going to lift your hips up all the way. Everybody knows this posture, I guess. Countless physiotherapists and yoga classes, right? So walk your shoulders in. I'm going to teach you anyway. Walk your shoulders in and keep your arms straight if you can. That would be ideal, right? If you cannot get your arms straight, maybe you have to separate your hands, but then you're going to lose some leverage. So try and get your hands together. And just, again, shoulders together. So then you're going to lift your hips up as high as possible. You're going to try and get the chest to your chin. This, if done correctly, is, even if it's a halfway, a very good pose to warm up your upper spine and the lower back, even get a lot of strength in the glutes. If you want to intensify, here comes the clue. Bring your feet together, knees together. And now you can work on either strengthening the hamstrings by lifting your toes and pushing the heels down really hard. And just keep lifting the hips. Don't let the chest come away from your chin, or pushing the toes down and lifting the heels up, keeping the knees together. That's going to create a little bit more room to back bend, lift up more. Calves and butt are going to cry at some point. So we should have around 30 seconds. Slowly lower your upper body, middle body, and lower body down. All right. So this is warm up, and that's the position. If you cannot do the other ones, then you're just going to do this 3 times. Okay. Next one would be to bring your hands onto your blocks. So the blocks were shoulder width apart at the wall, right? You're going to bring your hand with the palm heel touching onto the block, right? And the elbows in, not out. In. So the elbows are going to be in line with the shoulders. You're going to push down and lift the hips up at the same time. So you can go all the way with the hand until the knuckles go over the border of the block, right? This is just, the block is just making it easier. It's not necessary. It's just making it easier. Also on the wrist. Okay. If your back hurts, your lower back hurts, lift your heels up. It's fine. You can have a little bit more room in the lower spine by doing that. And keep your knees and feet parallel at all times. So everybody opens their knees. Don't. Push through the butt, glutes. Activate all the way up, up. And you want to touch your chest to the wall. Eventually, straighten the legs. This does not have to happen now, but it's great if you can. And if you cannot, that's where you're working towards, right? And then slowly lower down by bending the elbows and lowering upper, middle, lower spine down again to the floor. Okay, let's just windshield wipe the legs for a moment so you don't get any crampy backs. We're going to also counter this with a short plank. Okay, so the third variation is for those of you who were easy in the wheel, because it's going more into your upper spine. So leg straight is already going a lot into the upper spine, right? Now, if we bend the elbows, that's going to go even deeper. If that is a no-go for you, don't worry about it. It's like it's not important. You want to just try out and see where you're at, and then work towards whatever you want, right? In your own time. Okay, so bring your hands close to the butt. Push the hands against the floor. You will be amazed what happens if you are mentally present and do something every day. It'll shift really quick. All right, so you're pushing against the floor and wheel. If this is all you can do, then just stay here and do wheel again. Otherwise, walk your hands in. It's easier to lift the heels up for that. And then just bring your right elbow, left elbow down. I like to do it together, but just for the purpose of the video, it's easier to start one by one. Keep your elbows really parallel, so shoulder width apart, not further, okay? You don't want to open your elbows more. Your hands can go together. You can interlace them. You can just bring the hands, palms, like in Namaskar. Push against the floor is important. Now, don't push through the shoulder. Push against the floor to lift the chest up. Not pushing through the shoulder. If you are hyperflexible in the shoulder, that's going to hurt later. So you don't want to do that. You want to just lift up, 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 up. Think up. And then straighten your legs whenever you're ready. This would be intensifying the stretch. Keep breathing. 10 more seconds. You can do this. Keep breathing. Relax the neck. Good. All right. Bring your heels in. Now, either together or one by one, straighten the elbows. Bring your hands apart again. Maybe bring your hands back to the blocks. Maybe touch the chest again. And then slowly lower down. Vertebra by vertebra, if you can. Pull the knees in and breathe. And just take your kneecaps and roll tiny, tiny circles on your sacrum. And tiny, tiny circles the other way around. Right? And then bring your knees to the right. And bring your knees to the left. I wanted to counter this with plank, but I actually changed my mind. I'm going to show you what I teach my students. It's really nice after back bends. So you're just going to lean against the wall. So come close to the wall. You don't have to straighten your hamstrings for that. It's not necessary. Get rid of the blocks. You don't have to touch the floor with the head. It doesn't have to be a flexibility pose. This is solely to lean the back against the wall, right? So just try and get your upper back against the wall. If it's the middle back, even better, but you start somewhere. And just lean against the wall and just get all the way into the wall and relax your arms just by the sides of your body. Just relax. If you straighten your legs, that's good. If you bend them, it's good too. It's not about the legs here. It's a nice stretch though in the hamstrings. Keep breathing. And relax your arms and shoulders. Just let the tension subside. Very nice. Okay, you just stay here if you like, hang a little, and remember to try and do this every day. Have a little playtime, and I see you next week. Thank you.